one entitled Ideas. It had been such an exciting and busy day that Apricot fell into a deep sleep. Mary spent the rest of the evening knitting a new scarf, and Alf listened to the radio as he casually smoked a cigarette and planned and plotted how he was going to make money out of poor Apricot. The next morning, Alf decided to put up the pretense of being nice, and he decided to take Apricot to the zoo. Alf hadn't been to the zoo for years, and he was sure that Apricot had never been. Thankfully, the rain had stopped, and it was a lot more pleasant waiting for the bus. Unknown to them both, Apricot's picture was in the local paper. The bus rumbled to life, and Apricot looked out of her bag at the glistening London sights. Alf picked up a paper from the seat behind him, and he began to read. It was the usual bad news, he thought, and then one particular picture caught his eye. It was a colourful picture of the Queen with Apricot smiling meekly in the corner. Unfortunately, only a blurry photo of Alf's tattooed arm was visible. He's becoming more famous than me, Alf thought with jealousy, but Alf wasn't famous at all, only in his own mind. He stared aghast at the famous newspaper with the now famous Apricot on the cover, and it was one thing being in the local paper, thought Alf, but this was taking the biscuit. Then pound signs danced before his eyes, and his jealousy evaporated like sweat. I've hit the jackpot, he thought excitedly, with no thought for poor Apricot. Apricot was so engrossed in the sights that he didn't notice the other passengers looking at him in awe. They had been reading their newspapers too. Alf went a little red with anger, and he had mixed feelings about Apricot getting all of the attention. After all, he was only a stupid, silly guinea pig, he thought horribly. Fortunately, Alf had no idea of Apricot's hidden qualities of kindness and fairness, and a wish to make the world a better place, which was very impressive indeed for a guinea pig.